What's going on YouTube? OCD for EDC here, and what I got for your face balls today is a bit of OTF action. So this here is one of my knives. This happens to be the Guardian Tactical Recon Elite. This is a little bit over 4-inch blade. You can see that it's an LMAX steel, and it's got this, this was a limited production paint scheme that's on here. You can see it's got this Recon Elite U.S. Protective Services, and it's got the serial number there on the pocket clip. And you can see that my pocket clip's got a little bit of scratching on it. So, OTFs, you know, there's a lot of different brands out there. Guardian Tactical, in my opinion, happens to be one of the better brands out of the OTFs that I've had my hands on. One of the things that I really like about the way that Guardian Tactical does their knives, they put a hardened steel insert underneath the switch. It just makes for really nice action, a lot smoother, not so difficult to actuate the button. You know, some OTFs have got the button on the flat side here. Some of them have them on the edge. It's really just kind of a personal preference thing. But Guardian Tactical does a really nice job. This one happens to be a beast of a knife. They do make smaller versions. So if you're interested in an OTF, you know, check out Guardian Tactical. And I've got videos on this where I completely disassemble it so you can see the internals. I have never had a misfire with this knife. Really good quality and just a well-built knife. The next one we've got here is this little guy. This here is the Heretic Knives Manticore S. You can see this one is serial number 00138. And this is what I'm talking about. You can see, so most all OTFs are aluminum handles, and that holds true with both of these. But you can see the actuator here is just riding on the aluminum. Eventually, it will wear off that blue anodizing. Now, this one is not particularly tough to actuate, but compared to like Microtech's, Microtech can be pretty tough. And you know, it's not a problem for me, but for some people, you know, I have large hands, so if you you know, have particularly small hands, or you know, just don't have a lot of thumb strength or whatever, sometimes it can be kind of hard or difficult for people to actuate these. And you know, the buttons are tough for a reason, because these knives, generally speaking, do not have safeties on them. You know, you really don't want this firing in your pocket. Not that it's a huge situation. I'll show you real quick. So they come off track, you know, so they don't, it's not like you're going to stab somebody in the leg or, you know, whatever. Now, could it cut you? Of course, but it's not like this thing's going to bury 3 inches of blade into your leg if you fired it into your leg. But because there's no safeties, you don't want it, you know, going off when you don't want it to, obviously. And so there is a functional purpose for the switches being kind of difficult. You need to actuate it with purpose. However, a lot of people, you know, these knives are illegal in a lot of areas, which is just really dumb. You know, I can open this knife almost as quickly, if not just as quickly. And, you know, in a lot of ways, for one-handed operation, you can't get much safer than this. Your hands are never in the cutting path. You really don't have to change anything at all except for the position of your thumb. So in that aspect, OTFs are, for the user, very safe. So it's really kind of silly, but that's, you know, government laws for you. All right. And then now we've got one more. This happens to be a Paragon by Asheville Knives, and this is a beast. This thing is a single action OTF. This one is rocking CPM S30V. Oh, and I don't think I said here, this thing is S35VN. So the Heretic knives, which we'll talk a little bit more about each one of them, but so this is the other OTF that I have, and this thing's just a, you know, ridiculous Mall Ninja knife. It's massive. You know, it's over, let's see here, almost 13 inches long. So, it's just a big, giant, ridiculous thing. But I still like it. I think it's pretty cool. And it's very small in the height as well as the thickness. So, if your pockets are deep enough, it's actually not that big a deal to carry this thing. It's not all that heavy. Again, aluminum handle, S30V blade. This one here, aluminum handle LMAX, and aluminum handle and CPM S35VN. So you can see here on the Manticore S, it's got a gigantic pocket clip on it. This actually helps this knife for me in my large hands, but I can see a lot of people disliking that. It just gives some added girth to grab a hold of for me, so it feels a little bit more secure in my hand. I can certainly feel all of this, but this isn't something that I would really hard use this knife. It's a little small for me, but I could see this being a really good daily carry for people where they can carry this knife. This is actually on loan by one of my viewers. So what you got, there's just over 2.5-inch blade. And let's see what the handle length is here. Just under 4 inches. Basically, you've got about a 3.5-inch grip area. So it's a little small for me, but I could see this being a really, really good daily carry for a lot of other people. Super lightweight, and just functions really well. Heretic, I'm pretty impressed with the quality of it. And just to give you some size representations here, we'll throw out a few knives. So here's a Spyderco Para 3 lightweight. And here is a Benchmade Bug Out. Try and line them up there. So you can see, I mean, the Guardian Tactical's a beast. It's huge. And of course, this thing's just ridiculous. We'll actually just set that off to the side, because this Heretic is the one that is really, I can see being a nice EDC knife for people where it's legal to carry these. There's a couple other smaller OTFs out there, like the Microtech UTX 70 and the UTX 85. Both of those are smaller. Actually, this Heretic right here is kind of right between those two. The UTX 70 is real tiny, and the UTX 85 is honestly probably about the best EDC size. But there's several different sizes out there, and companies like Guardian Tactical as well as Heretic make multiple different sizes. This one here is the Manticore S. However, you can get the standard Manticore, which is like a 3 3/4-inch blade. Just to give you an idea, this Manticore S, price wise, I think this model here is right at about $250. But a cool little knife. Mechanism, real good, good quality, USA made, just a nice knife. And Heretic knives, I'm pretty certain it is Marfione, Tony Marfione's son. I think it's Anthony, or maybe I don't remember their names, first names, but Marfione, the son, owns Heretic knives, and the dad owns Microtech. So obviously there is a lot of similarities between these two. The action, very, very similar. The mechanism is almost identical. So, Heretic's going to do quality work just like Microtech does. And, whatever your opinions are there, it is what it is. But they're decent knives. Personally, I like the Guardian Tactical a little better than the others, but that's just my personal opinion. I think they're all of decent quality. They're all US made. They're all using good quality materials. And yeah, I kind of like the look of the Guardian Tactical, and I like I said, I like the switch on it. But really, if for people out there that have never tried an OTF, I feel like there's a lot of stigmas around automatic knives, and people think that these are just for murdering and stabbing people and that sort of thing, and it's just not the case. This knife is extremely utilitarian. You know, you got a Tonto blade there that serves a really good purpose for a lot of different tasks, and it's actually extremely safe for the person using it. Like I said, I mean, you can't get safer than this right here. You don't have to change the position to open and close the knife. You don't run any risk of putting your fingers in the path of the cutting edge. And so therefore, it just makes it to be a really fast, easy, slim, lightweight carry that's, it's just excellent to open packages with, whatever. Whatever your needs are, an OTF is actually a really good option as long as it's legal in your area. And, I'm not any sort of expert on the law. Don't take my word for it. Check your local laws before you buy something and carry it around, because there certainly are a lot of places where these are not legal to carry. I think in most areas they're legal to own, but a lot of areas not legal to carry. So, with that all being said, I think those laws are stupid. To me, this is absolutely no more dangerous than this. But, again, I'm not the one that makes the laws. So, anyway, I just wanted to show off a couple OTFs. Like I said, this one here was generously loaned to me by one of my viewers. Actually, it's David Younger, DLBY3 on Instagram. So you can go check him out. He posts a lot of pictures and stuff. He's got some really cool knives. He's loaned me several over the months, and yeah, I appreciate it. Absolutely. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about OTFs for a little bit there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. And yeah, like, subscribe, do all the things. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.